Yule log. No, not the real kind. I'm talking about that glorious log that burns for hours. On your TV at Christmas.
It's Christmas Eve, and in the spirit of the holidays, Channel 11 and 102 WPIX Radio New York have joined together to share our special holiday tradition with you, the WPIX Yule Log.
The Yule log and I date back to the mid-'80s. My sisters and I watched it on Coffee Channel 20 in the Bay Area. It was like a gift from the station. No commercials, Christmas music. While Coffee was an early Yule log adopter, it was not the first. The original idea came from Fred Thrower, general manager of WPIX in New York back in the 60s. Thinking about all those New Yorkers on Christmas, huddled in tiny apartments without working fireplaces, he thought the obvious. Why not put a burning log on TV? For 3 hours on Christmas Eve in 1966, WPIX cycled through a 17-minute loop of film that had been shot at the New York City mayor's residence, Gracie Mansion. The Yule log was a hit and reappeared year after year. But in 1989, WPIX pulled the Yule log from the air in favor of more lucrative programming. By then, though, the Yule log had spread in popularity, making appearances on other local TV stations in Oregon, Canada, Washington, D.C., and elsewhere. It also spawned fan websites demanding that WPIX put the holiday fire back on the air. And at last, the Yule log came home to New York in 2001. WPIX saw it as comfort food after September 11th. In 2004, the WPIX Yule log went high def, and it celebrated its 40th anniversary last year, complete with a 1-hour documentary. But the real growth area for video Yule logs these days is, of course, on YouTube. There are the do-it-yourself variety. Parodies.
Albert, anytime, anywhere, any TV.
Director's cuts.
I wanted to get away from the ordinary. For instance, like right there's a log starting to fall off, but it's not quite falling off. And as a filmmaker, I've always...
And you may have noticed that Stephen Colbert's fireplace pays daily tribute to the Yule log. There's even a Yule log for your video iPod. It may seem odd that so many of us find such comfort in monotonous programming. It undoubtedly connects to some primal part of our brains. But these days, it has an ultra-modern appeal as well. Just think of all the greenhouse gases a video Yule log spares us when compared to millions of the real thing. For Slate V, I'm Jill Hunter Pellettieri.